Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for visiting my channel. Today, I'm going to talk about the ground rules in academic writing. In the previous video, I already talked about belief, appreciation, evidence, and documentation in academic writing. And today, I'm going to continue this talk about ground rules in academic writing, especially subjectivity, objectivity, relativity, and balance. Okay. First, in subjectivity. In many disciplines, your personal opinion may not be worth very much. In others, it will be. In the more interpretive disciplines, such as history, philosophy, literature, you will generally find more room for personal interpretation than in the more quantitative disciplines, such as chemistry, physics, and mathematics. The social science falls somewhere in between. To be safe, whenever you make an academic session in any discipline, use the best evidence you can find and document it. But in all disciplines, your own reason and necessarily subjective judgment will at sometimes be necessary. If it is, just be sure to state it such a, in my opinion, or it seems to me, and give the best reason you can. The next rule is objectivity. In the academic community, the way in which you search for truth is supposed to be impartial or objective, with some very clear exceptions using the humanities and fine arts. For many disciplines, however, when you perform experiments and do research, you attempt to remove yourself from the situations as much as possible. You attempt to remove yourself from the situation as possible and attempt to demonstrate that the results of your work are objectively true. That is that the results you are told to are not a figment of your imaginations and personal bias, and that anybody else doing this work would find the same results. In science, the best experiments are replicable, repeatable by other scientists. Social science generally try to follow suit. This point is important to you as a writer because it means that it is advisable, whenever possible, to mention how you got your results by objective methods, of course. If you want to persuade members of these more or less objective communities to believe you, it's even preferable to use a deliberately objective tone, passive constructions, no first pronouns, and quantitative details, statistics, graphs in your writing. The next ground rules in academic writing is relativity. Students of even the most scientific disciplines make absolute statements at their period. In the 21st century, especially since Einstein's relativity is the watchword. There is no such thing as certainty in the physical universe. And the concept has filtered in one way or another into every field of study. We now believe that there is more than one possible explanation, more than one possible interpretation, more than one version of nearly everything that happens. How does this apply to your writing? Quite simply, every statement you make within the academic community will be subject to questions, objections, interpretation, and cross-examinations. The further you progress in these studies, the more likely it is that your ideas will be challenged. As a result, when you make academic assertions, pay attention to qualifying words, perhaps, maybe, possibly, and tentative phrases that you consider is likely, in my judgment, and in all probability. These phrases signify that you recognize the tentative nature of the truth. So you try to be objective in your work of writing. You also need to acknowledge that it is ultimately impossible. The last but not least, the grand rules in academic writing is balance. Because there are multiple interpretations of such math that happens in the natural and social worlds, multiple versions of right and wrong, good and bad, correct and incorrect, it becomes useful for writers to represent these possibilities in their discourse through accessions that give fair, honest, non-emotional treatment, even to positions with which the writer disagrees. Important here are balance phrases on one hand or on the other hand, and the recognitions of multiple classes in the first class, in the second class, in addition. When you use these phrases in your spoken and written language, they suggest that you know the rules of the academic community. Unfortunately, the foregoing generalizations are just that, generalizations that we don't have time to explore fully. In fact, the only thorough elaboration takes place semester by semester as you are progressively initiated into membership in the world of college or university studies. Every suggestion in this explanation is predicated on your understanding of this community and its ground rules and expectations. Once understood and agreed to, the many seemingly arbitrary assignments you will receive may begin to make better sense to you. In turn, your handling of them as a writer will make better sense to your teachers. Well, everybody, that's all what can I say about the ground rules of academic writing. First, belief, second, persuasion, third, evidence, fourth, documentation, fifth, subjectivity, sixth, objectivity, seven, relativity, and eight, the last one, balance. I think that's all. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you get something valuable to this video. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you soon.